What's going on, my people? Old Dog, Anti-Imperial, the chill here. One name, three personalities. Old Dog, Anti-Imperial, the chill. So, guy reached out to me and he said, "Look, he said, the girl that he likes has another man, and he said, but he wants her. He said, how can he get her? The girl that he wants has a man already, and he said, what do I have to do to get her? Listen, there's two answers, right? There's like the official answer, right? And then there is the realistic answer. Or you could say that there is the short-term answer, and there I have like a pimple here or something that just popped up for no reason. There's like these, but it's like a teeny weeny pimple. I don't even know where it came from. There's like a short-term answer, and then there's a long-term answer. Okay, a long-term answer. All right, so check it out. So the official answer or the short-term answer is if a guy or female, if a female wants to get with the guy, this is for females or men. If a female wants to get with the guy who has a female, or if a guy wants to get with a female who has a guy already, you only have to be better than her current man. Okay? And females, you only have to be better than his current girl. But men, you only have to be better than her current man. All right? If you want to get with the female, you only have to be better than her current man. So whatever man she's with right now, like however much money he makes, you got to make a little bit more money, right? You got to equal and make a little bit more money. However his personality is, however good his body looks, his charisma and things like that, you got to be a little bit better. Now, let's say if her man makes $100,000 a year and you make $90,000 a year. So you make $10,000 less than her man. Now, if you make $90,000 a year and her man makes $100,000 a year, right? You make 90, her man makes $100,000 a year. This is the thing though. Even though you make less, so you're not beating her man in the money area because you only make 90, right? And her man makes 100, but you excel because you have a better personality, or you're funnier than her man, or you know what I mean, you got a bigger dick than her man. You see what I'm saying? So the sex is a little bit better than her man, right? Your body looks better, like you work out much more than her man. So even though you make only 90 and her man makes $100,000 a year, in those other places you beat her man, so you can come up and pass him, and she'll want you over her man. All right. So you got to kind of look at it like that. Also, you guys, you have to figure it like this. Also, even if her man is at a current level, okay, and you're down here, you have to also take into account that she's been with her man. So she's used to him, and they probably argue some. Because when relationships first start out, everything's good. It's the honeymoon phase. But after a while, she starts arguing with her man. You see that? And so those little arguments right there, and then every time you talk to her, even though you're less in those categories, every time you talk to her, you make her laugh. Every time she talks to her man, it's stressful, anxiety. Every time she talks to you, it's fun. No stress, stress-free, laughing, having fun, great conversations. So little things like that can push you up past her man, even though in reality, you're down in a lower category. All right? So that's the short-term vision. Okay? Short-term, you have to you have to be either ahead of her man in every category, or in some categories, or even if you're not ahead of her man in no categories, you have to you have to take advantage of her arguing with her man, her being used to her man, and every time she talks to you, it has to be fun and exciting and stress-free. All right? And that way, even if you are less than her man in every category, because you're fun and her man stresses her out, it can push you past her man. All right? You can get her away from her man like that. Okay, that's short term. Now, long term, long term, even if, let's say, her man makes $100,000 a year, right? Let's say you make $200,000 a year. Let's say you beat her man in every category. Let's say you're funnier, you make $200,000 a year, you have a bigger dick, you have a better body, you beat her man in every category. So let's say you take her away from her man, right? Her man's here. You beat her man in every category. You take her away from her man. But this is the problem. Long term, you can never rest. Ever. Because just because, her man made 100,000, you make 200,000, you got a bigger dick, you got a better body, you're funnier. So you beat her man in every category. But this is long term. That's only temporary, because guess what? While you beat her man in every category, so you took her away from him, but guess what? She's going to meet somebody new. There's billions of people in the world, you guys. It's not like you got her locked up in a dungeon. It's not like you got her locked up in a house where she can't go outside. She's on social media. So eventually she's going to meet a man that's better than you. So what you have to do is, even though you make 200,000 and you're so good and this and that, you have to keep improving so that when you're here, she doesn't meet somebody that makes 500,000 or $1 million a year. So you have to keep improving. So after you take her from her original man made 100,000, you made 200,000, you're better in every area, you got a bigger dick, better body, all that type of stuff. After you take her away from her man, you took her away, now she's with you, but once you get her, you got to continue to improve in every category. Otherwise, there's always somebody waiting on the horizon. There's always a new man waiting out here that you don't even see him yet. He's way over. He's like over here. You barely see him. He's like over here chilling. He hasn't even come all the way into the picture yet. He's like way out here just chilling. There's always somebody new that's a little bit better than you, just out here chilling, just waiting to infiltrate your world. All right? So no matter where you are when you get her, you got to continue to improve, because there's always another guy out there waiting that's going to be better than you. So you got to continue to improve, all right? So you keep her, okay? So that's a short-term, long-term answer for how you get her away from her man. And like I said, ladies, you can use the same type of philosophy for women. If you want to get him away from his woman, his girl, his wife, same thing. Same type of philosophy, okay? All right. Appreciate it, you guys. You guys take care. Have a great day or great night, depending on where you are in the world. Old Dog, Anti-Imperial, to chill. Check out that video right there. Take care, you guys. Love you guys. Peace. Bye-bye.